Every time. I know. Hello? Let me see who's here. Hello. Yeah, it's the weekly update stream. Every Sunday. Hello? Yeah, I know I'm not dressing the part right now. I just wanted it to be casual for once. I've been watching videos about scrapping. Yeah, I guess I was not in the mood to get dressed up right now. Let me see. Two people are here. Let's see who's here. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. John Humongous, hello, Atlan, and I think maybe Lynette is here. I don't know. Who's the other one? I haven't seen that other one in a while. Yep. This time I'm not going to be interrupted, okay? And yes, I know, I'm not dressing up right now because, I just wanted it to be casual for once. Let's see. Listening to this on my phone. Oh, that's nice. So, yeah, it's been a week since the last stream, and yeah, I tried to do it again one day. It did not go so well. So, I'm going to do another. So, I'm thinking every Sunday is going to be a weekly update stream, basically going over what happened in the past week. My week was shit because I got cavities removed. I went to the dentist. Yeah. That was as fun as listening to Kamala Harris. Only somehow less painful. So, yes, before I go over my week, how was everyone else's week? There's 4 people here. You can say whatever you want. Just as long as it's not mocking me, or at least appropriate. Good week. Yeah, well, this week started out. Well, boy, lots to catch up on. More tats, and of course, what happened with the DC plane at the Reagan International Airport in DC, involving a Black Hawk helicopter and a plane that had 60 Americans, I believe, and 2 Russians. And then a few days later, at least I think it was probably Saturday or Friday that another plane just nosedive right into the tarmac and blew up, killing Mexicans because it was a Mexican transport jet I think it has something to do with St. Jude, I think, because of a little girl needed a transplant or something. They finally got her ready, then kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. I really think these are not accidents. I mean, what are the odds of this happening now? Within a few days of each other. That, and don't you think it's out of all planes, the Black Hawk helicopter blew a collided with a plane carrying 2 Russian people? You think Putin will enjoy that? No. If anything, he might think we did on purpose. Because, he might think that we are so desperate to beat him, we're willing to kill our own just to get a one up on him, because that's how dictators think. I hope he doesn't think like that. It is a tragedy that anyone was killed. But knowing the media, they would do whatever they want to get more views, get more subscriptions, and to keep burning the fumes, keeping the fire rolling. But yes, anyone else has to say anything? I'm all ears. Mm. Oh, hey, Lynette, you're here. Hello, hello, my dears. Okay, so yes, Lynette, how was your week so far? My week was there was a few one day. You know what I'm talking about. Well, I do I try to do this every Sunday, just to basically see how everyone's week went. And my teeth, well, as soon as I got the appointment done, my lip was still numb. It felt like a piece of leather was over my lip, and I sounded like I sounded like I Bill Cosby. I sounded like Winston Churchill. We will never surrender the world of me. Because, I couldn't feel anything. And then as soon as the numbness went, the pain started. It felt like I just hit my teeth on a giant slab of cement. So I took a leave, and then I went bowling. I did pretty good too. 134, I think. No wait, that was the first game. The last game I scored a 154. I did pretty good. I did pretty good at bowling. But then, well, you know that gel stuff, or that stuff they put on your teeth after they're done doing it? Well, they left a bit too much on, so it's like a big slab right here, like a poking sensation. Then I did find more cans, like always. I went out today, and yesterday I found plenty of cans, many plastic. But overall, I really do hate the dentist so much. You see, I was told I was only going to get a shot. One shot. Then when I sat in on the chair, they said, "Okay, we're going to give you 3 shots. That will be that last 5 seconds each." So, no one told me. I was nervous about one shot. But then basically when I was lying back, they said 3 shots. I was pissed off because they never told you that. They never told me that, anyways. But yes, it was painful. Even with the numbing gel, they put 2 giant Q-tips, rubbed it full of numbing gel, and stick it in my gums. And even then, I could still feel it, and it was. I just don't do well with that type of stuff. I was based only for one shot, but But afterwards, all I soup, I had Nefla soup at Chloe's Diner. Yum, yum, yum. Along with the shake, because if I try to eat something else, I would droop out like I had Bill Cosby. I would look like Mitch McConnell. But yes, other than that, the week was okay. Other than what happened in the news, the Black Hawk helicopter somehow rammed into a plane, even though those things have night vision. And I'm pretty sure since it was a Black Hawk, a military grade helicopter, it had radar. So why the hell did this happen? And then the other jet, I think it was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, nosedive like a rocket, and then it killed somebody else. I don't know why this keeps happening. People say DEI. Some people are suggesting that. Well, I'm more suggesting that this is an act of terrorism. Why? Because why not? I mean, the first one happened at the Reagan, like Ronald Reagan Airport at DC. DC. If it happened in, say, I don't know, in South Carolina, Florida, or even Oklahoma, I would say, might have been an accident. But at DC itself, why? It was a tragedy. Not like 9/11, but it was still a tragedy that people still died. I don't care if they were Russian or Mexican or American or even if they were from frickin' Lincolnstein. This should never have happened, and hopefully, thanks to our new Secretary of Defense, Pete, what's his face? I cannot pronounce his last name. We would get details within the week. Unlike what happened with the Titan submersible that happened, I think, around 2023. Sound off in the chat if you remember what happened with Titan. Because I know what happened with Titan because it was despicable of how they tried to lead us on, suggesting that they might be survived. They might be still alive. They might be still alive. Only to find out like a month later that they died as soon as they went in the water. That type of dragged in the heels making us hope and hope and hope only for them to pull the wool under over our eyes. It was just tragedy. But yes, that was stupid. By the way, Lynette, did you watch my newest food review? I went to a place called Taste of Philly, and my server was a black lady. And she kind of reminded me of you. She kind of looked like you too, only she had purple braids. Like she should braid hair, only it was dyed. I'm losing people. No, you did. No, you didn't. What? Like you didn't know about the Titan submersible? No, I gave her my number. To recap what happened, I said that it was the best Philly I've ever had. Next thing you know, I gave her my number, and well, then I got a free cannoli from it too. And I did it, and I did like her. Well, yes. Let's see what has happened. I did manage to sweet talk her into a free cannoli. It was I was very suave. I didn't catch her name, but she now knows my name. I told her all about my food reviews. That's probably why I even got the free cannoli, other than my handsome charm. Well, I know I never got her name yet. I know she works at Taste of Philly over here in Fargo. I had a very good sandwich there. I did a food review on it on my channel. Go watch it. It was pretty damn good. Other than that, well, hopefully I can get a call from her soon. Yeah, my nuts. So yeah, what else is new then? What do you think about what's happening this past week? Well, I think I already know why. Know what? It is a tragedy. But yes, don't know what else to talk about. Making you jealous? I would never, my dear. Although I did it. Although, maybe. She did have a petite figure, and she did look very cute. I don't know if she was nice to me because she was right next to a boss, or because, well, I did look very dapper, as the Gen Z say. Not a mention. Well, I just have a thing for petite black ladies. Yes. The free Italian dessert, it was very damn good. And I mentioned it in my food review too that my server was a petite black lady, and I did enjoy her very much. Yes. But yeah, other than that, I did go bowling before then. Did not do so good then because I was wearing different clothes. But I did have a good fun time there. Other than that, let me see what else it has to be new. What do you think about RK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, and Cash Patel? Do you think they are good nominees? Do you think they will get nominated in the Senate, get a majority of the votes? Because from what I've been talking with other people, they're suggesting that maybe Tulsi Gabbard might have a bit of a rougher time than anyone else. Because something to do with how she doesn't have a platform. Cash has a platform, RFK Jr. has a platform, hers, she has no platform. Even though both her and RFK Jr. were both former Democrats. But I believe RFK Jr. might have a different opinion. For example, most of the senators there, they are bought by Big Pharma. I did my research. One of the top earners was Mark Kelly from Arizona. Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren. And the number one, Bernie Sanders. Yeah. But I do think RFK Jr. would be good. I mean, it would give him more experience. That in the long run will help with his campaigning next time. But then again, if he does a good enough job, he might just stick. But Kash Patel, I have no real opinions on him, really. What's your opinions on him? Well, I don't think so because I'm still. I don't think I'm moving. It's been a while and nothing. That and things seem to be going okay here. I might actually get a job soon once the spring ends. I mean, once the spring begins. But so far, I am doing scrapping. I found so much aluminum cans. My last payout from all the cans I found was $6 whole. $6. Just by scrapping cans. It's not much, but they do add up. I've been doing this for about maybe 5 weeks now, and I probably have enough to probably buy a banquet at McDonald's. Not I would. I'm not that desperate. But with the money I've collected, I have enough to probably buy 25 Big Macs. But then again, I don't know anyone that would eat that much. I know Christy would, the fat pig. But anyways, not much else is going on right now. I'm still working on my campaign. But the reason why I did not do that many videos past Wednesday was because again, dental work. And I just did not want to do that. What else can we talk about? I'm already 20 minutes in and I'm running out of ideas. Let's see, what else can we do? Let's see. Lynette, anything on your end? Oh yes, the tariffs. Personally, I think the Mexico-Canadian tariffs, they have nothing to do with us because what do they even give us again? I mean, Canada, they gave us what? Cognac or maple syrup? I mean, not many people eat that. But I know for Mexico, we get at least 85% or so of our avocados from there. But I want to say, why? Why should we buy avocados from Mexico when we have other ties with when we have greater ties with other South American countries? Like for example, Argentina. I mean, we have better ties with them now thanks to their new El Presidente, who is an absolute digachad. I can't believe I said that word. But yes, why should we buy it from a hostile country? And yes, Mexico is a hostile country. The entire government is owned by the cartels, and if you've been watching the videos about the border wall building, many of them have been attacking us. Let's see. Like nothing new here. Didn't over being sick. Yeah. Wait, you were sick? What were you sick from? Because if it was food poisoning, I can understand that. That sucks. I do know bird flu is still around, but I believe that's just hogwash. We had incidents of bird flu before, and it wasn't that bad. Oh, it was the regular flu. Well, do you know what is really ironic about that? I haven't had my flu shot since probably the pandemic. And I've never gotten the flu. I've gotten food poisoning, like I said, on multiple occasions. I got regular sick, mostly just from a sinus infection or from a respiratory infection. But other than that, I haven't had the flu since probably high school. That is something to think about because I never had the vaccine for it. I never had my flu vaccine updated. Most because after the COVID stuff happened, we just, well, if we survive COVID, the flu is nothing. So, yeah. But yes, back on the tariff situation. Does anyone here have an opinion on that? Personally, I believe that within probably the week, Canada and Mexico will drop them. Why? Simple. What do we get from them? We get a few things from Canada and we get a few things from Mexico. They get millions and millions of dollars from us. Okay? They won't last long. And don't forget, the only reason why Trump is doing these tariffs is because both Mexico and Canada were taking advantage of us for God knows how long. Not to mention that Mexico has yet to fix its fentanyl problem. 70,000 Americans every year die from it. Why? Because the government does nothing about it. This is retribution for all of the Americans that they allowed to die from their deadly, deadly drug. As for the Canadians, well, that is because of Castro's love child screwing things up. This is retribution for all of the shit they gave us. Not to mention the fact that the only reason why they are even doing this is to show that they are strong. Only, well, what happened with the Colombian president? He tried to do the same thing, and then he was ready to, service the account. Let's put it that way. He was ready to put on his Kamala Harris approved knee pads and get to work, if you know what I mean. But who here thinks that the Canadian and Mexico tariffs will actually do anything to affect the United States economy? Because frankly, I think they're bullshitting. Okay, I believe that they don't actually mean it. They are only doing it to seem tough. Only we have proven in the past that they are our bitches. Okay, we own them. Okay, we give them money, so why not take some of that money back through tariffs? It's the only reasonable answer that, or say Canada, should become the 51st state. That way, no more tariffs. So yeah, what else is new on your end, John and Lynette? Other than I don't know what else can we talk about. I'm getting very hungry, so I might eat some ramen later. Let's see what else. Well, apparently that fat ass groundhog saw its shadow. So 6 more weeks of winter. Do you know what I find very funny? That people rather listen to a rodent than believe their own government. Don't you think that's kind of funny? They would never believe anything that their own government says, full of, the FBI, CIA, IRS, high ranking government officials that have clearance codes. No. They rather believe a rodent that saw its shadow. That just shows that our trust in the government is at an all-time low. Like it's not even on the percentage scale. It's in the negatives. That says a lot. Yes, a nasty case of Joe Biden. Speaking of which, I was going to do a video about this, but then has anyone actually seen him since Inauguration Day? I haven't seen him since Inauguration Day. Not even CNN will say, as an update, ex-President Joe Biden is having a nice relaxed vacation on the Delaware Beach and gobble. No one has ever seen him. Where did he go? Cotton Joe? After all, for 4 years, they said nothing but his praises. They said he was the best ever. But as soon as Inauguration Day ends, they drop him like a hat. They drop him like a sack of grits. So, what happened to Joe? We never see him anymore. No one ever mentions what he's doing now. I'm not even sure they mention where he is now. Or where he went after Inauguration Day. Did he go back to Delaware? Did he go off to some other Amazonian jungle? Maybe he tried to find his Uncle Bozy in Papua New Guinea. That can be the same with Kamala. No one hears from her anymore, and good thing too. Her voice was like nails on a chalkboard. Not to mention her laugh could probably cure cancer. But yes, my point is that they propped him up for 4 years as the greatest president ever, yet as soon as he's done being president, they cut all ties with him. They don't give any updates to how he's doing. They don't give any updates where he is now, how his retirement is, how his family is. No, all gone. Trump retired. I say that in quotation marks. When Trump left office in 2021, there was nothing but headlines about him at this golf course, him at that golf course. What was his handicap? How was his swing? Now, with Joe Biden gone, where is he? Personally, I think he's dead. Swear to God, I think Joe Biden is now dead because I mean, frankly, I think his post-presidency did not last that long. Hell, his actual presidency barely lasted at all. It was either Kamala Harris, his wife, or his entire staff that was running the country. What do you think? Everyone in chat, all three people, I know I'm not that popular. I'm as popular as Moldy Cheese, but still, I want everyone's opinion on this. Where do you think Joe Biden is now, and do you think he's actually alive? Because frankly, I know I repeat myself, but I firmly believe that Joe Biden is not among the living. But to be honest, he hasn't been among the living since probably Barack Hussein Obama made him VP. That's the truth. That's the honest to God truth from the heart. John Humanta said they used his skin and covered Optimus robot with it. Well, there was a few instances during his presidency, I say the in quotation marks, that some of the videos weren't really authentic. Because, well, the only time he ever did a live interview was probably never. It was all edited. Like that one scene with him walking across the lawn, then you see some weird fuzziness going with somebody's mic. That was 2021. I still remember that. But then again, you also have some other instances where other things could be edited out or edited in. For example, in some videos, his eyes are bugging out. But then in other videos, his eyes are sunken in. Why is that? And also, he has a weird tone to his voice before he dropped out. I think it was that infamous video right before the debates where it was suggested that maybe it was fake because he was talking normally, but then when he went on stage and live, that one was live, he was mumbling, he was fumbling, he looked tired, he looked like he aged 20 years. So yeah, I know I rumble, but I'm just saying that I don't think he's actually alive. Not only that, what do you think about the Mark Milley situation? You know, Trump took his clearance, took his security away because obvious reasons. That and the same thing happened to Dr. Fauci. I know that's old news, but I still think it's pretty funny now because now they would have to pay for their own security. Yes. He always goes, "Hey man!" Yep, he never actually had a chance. The only reason why he won was because, well, they had Barack Hussein Obama campaigning for him in 2019 and 2020. They had Barack Hussein Obama campaigning for him while he was in the basement. But now people are realizing that Obama is not a celebrity. Okay, the Obamas, they are not celebrities. They are politicians. Okay, nothing new. But other than that, what else can be said about this week? Well, last week. I don't know what will happen this week, but I do know some ridiculous stuff will happen. Lynette, do you have any plans? I know spring is not here yet, but no, in North Dakota, it might warm up here in a few days and then drop back to Antarctica levels of coldness. Oh boy, this week is gonna be troublesome. I can just tell. Not much else to talk about. Let's see. What about some more questions? Does anyone have any more questions for me? I think I might do some more streaming out in public once the weather warms up. Do you what are your plans this week? You know, the usual. Well, if I ever get a call from that black chick again, I might be occupied myself. Mm. I actually might go back to that Taste of Philly place, not only for her, because, well, I do enjoy their sandwiches. Have you ever thought of coming over to West Fargo for a bit? I know it's been a while. John Humongous says he's going to an Amish farm. Amish. We do owe the Amish a lot of thank yous because they helped Trump win Pennsylvania. There was even a meme about the Amish and the Lord of the Rings. It goes like this. Well, I think it would be better if I just describe it. It is. Yeah. The meme goes that it was like the lighting of the beacons from the Return of the King. Come close to aid, and the Amish will answer. Master the wagons. But yes, what about the Amish? I've done some research about the Amish. I know that the men only start growing beards once they are married, right? And that to shave off your beard would be basically like a punishment for breaking the rules. Say you actually touch a phone or you do anything that has to do with modern technology. I also did some other research about the Amish. Apparently, they do use technology, but through a loophole. Say, if a outsider uses a forklift to help, technically it's not them using technology; it's the outsider. That and they don't use cell phones, but the reason why you see so many photos and videos of them is because it's not actually them filming or taking the photo. It's from somebody outside. But I would love to see the Amish and see how they do things. Why? Well, their way of life seems like the better way of life to some degree. But then again, they don't have penicillin, so it would be like living through the dark ages. That or living back in Detroit. But back to what I was talking earlier with Lynette and the other black chick. Between the two, well, I gotta say, she did seem sweeter than cherry pie. That and her figure too. Yes, but she was very nice and kind, and her manager was not bad either. He was the one that actually gave me the free dessert because I told him about my channel and what I do. You know, the food review stuff, and he said, "Here, have you tried Italian desserts? I forgot what they were called already." But I said no, and it's here. Here's one in the house. See how it tastes. And if you look into my YouTube channel right now, the current video about the taste of Philly place got over 500 views. Uh, mm. But other than that, I know I'm not one to brag, but uh, she did look pretty beautiful. What else should we talk about? Oh, I know. What do you think about what's happening with this AI Chinese stuff. I forgot what it's called. Deep throat, deep suck. I have no idea what it's called. Deep stock. What is rude? Deep seat. That's a deep seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just there's so much AI nowadays. I can't keep up to. I can't keep up to date. What? What did I say to piss you off? About not knowing the name of the about the Chinese AI thing? Because apparently this thing did something to the stock market. I think Uncensored or America Uncensored did a video about it, saying that the stock market dropped $1 trillion because of this new Chinese AI app. Personally, I just think it's a fad. It is starting to. It was like with other apps, it's gonna be high rising, but in a few months, everyone will forget about it. Don't forget, people were so up and coming about this new Blue Sky, basically Twitter. But then again, Blue Sky and many other places did not end so well. Hmm? Bragging? Well, I'm not one to brag. I don't want to brag, but I have nothing else to talk about. Let's see. Hmm. Is somebody jelly? I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying that I'm actually putting myself out there, being more confident. Because before I was basically a sheep. Because I was not good with women, but thanks to talking to you, I got more confidence. Talking to you over and over again, yada yada yada. That and it was then another. Disrespectful, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful, Lynette. I'm just saying. Even so, I don't think anything will happen from it. But no, no, you're not a stepping stone, and that's why I still talk to you, and that's why I still like you. To be honest, yes, she did look beautiful, and I did enjoy her figure. But to be perfectly honest, I think you're the better woman because, well, it's your initiative. You want to help children. That, and I know you more. I know about you more than I do her. It was just, well, I just had to do my options. It's nothing personal. Besides, we haven't even met in person yet. I'm still standing. Still standing. Mm. I'm guessing maybe she left. Well, that's fine. I'm just, to be honest, I do appreciate her a lot. She's the only one that can actually stand my stupidity at times. Not to mention the fact that, well, to be honest, I lied about her. Well, Lynette is definitely more pretty than her. That and her turds and her charisma. That and her wanting to help children. And even after being a jackass at times, she still wants to talk to me. That's something I do appreciate in her. I could actually call her, but then again, we're getting off topic about other things. One of the other things I really want to talk about is, well, I think there might be more plane incidents in the future. I don't think because of DI. I just think the our enemies are trying to make it seem like we are attacking them first. For example, it's called a false flag operation. It's where it's like, personally, I think it's weird how a Black Hawk helicopter pilot, highly trained with night vision goggles, did not see a jet or plane right at them. And in the video, it showed that the helicopter went toward the plane. But at least, you stay here, unfortunately. Don't be so butthurt about it. I'm not. I wasn't. I wasn't meant to brag, but I have nothing else to talk about. Okay. And besides, it's not like we're dating, are we? I know. I know we're close friends. Hmm. It's not that big of an issue, really. But let's see what else. Hmm? Hmm. Okay, but kind of climbing not to brag about other women. Someone you're shown interest to. Well, I've shown interest to you, yes, but I keep trying to call you, but it's closed but no cigar. That, and I don't even know if you're interested in me. I know we're friends. That, and I was never good with long distance relationships without you calling. Mm. Yeah, I'm going to get an earful of this later. John Humanta says sometimes females are just uber cautious. Well, yeah, that's true. It's not like I'm cheating, for God's sake. For God's sake, I'm single. Maybe I should not have talked about it, but then again, it's not that big of a deal. You know, it's drama this, drama that. I know I'm going to get an earful of this later from Lynette. She might block me and, not talk to me, give me the silent treatment. And that's fine. It happens. Besides, that just means I need to do better. Let's see what's new on X, for example. It's almost 49 minutes. Did you hear about who's now the who? Sorry. Oh yeah, this guy, David Hogg, elected vice chair of the Democratic National Committee. He somehow looks more gay than Harry Sisington. That guy. Let's see what that is new. Yep, Fetterman. Fetterman on Fats on Arte Jr. I've been I've invested a lot of time to really understand his background and to learn more about the man, blah blah blah. I told you, don't trust Fetterman. He's not on our side. Well then, other than that, whoever had to go to the dentist before and had to get a cavity filled? Personally, I think it's probably one of the worst things you can experience up to that point. Hold up, I'm gonna eat. Has anyone here ever had to get a cavity filled? Because the whole... I just did not want to get my cavity filled, but I know this is very dragging on. Does anyone have any actual good topics? Mine are pretty they're pretty bad and they cause drama apparently. Yeah, these streams aren't really doing so good now. Most because I always forget what to talk about. Let's see what else can we talk about. But yes, has anyone ever been to the dentist before? No one? Well, it is very nervous. You get very nervous just waiting for it. And even with the numbing gel, the shot is still very intense. But other than that, I got through it. Although this tooth is still chipped. I told them not to fill it because it gives me character, and I've been used to it for so long. I see no point in it. But John, have you ever had problems with females before? I know, off topic, but you seem to know about what you seem to know something. Hmm. Well, since I have some more people here, I might as well talk about somebody I know. Somebody who had some severe problems. Adam Francisco. And I want to bring awareness to his condition to everyone. Yeah. His condition was at an all-time worst in the past few days. He almost died. If you've been watching his channel, he's been doing updates about it. Worrisome. And I do know that, in the end, he is now healthy again, but that was a bit scary. Their life experiences and understanding is different also. Yes, I know. I know the feeling. Different understanding and stuff. I'm sure I will get an earful later from her, but that's fine. But back on this Adam Francisco, have you heard about him? He was in the hospital for a few days because, well, he was off his dialysis for some reason. I forgot why. But there was a lot of something going on with his blood, and how they had to put like a catheter like in his kidney and probably in his stomach and I think in his heart for something. I forgot what. I was so preoccupied with my own business, that I forgot the whole notion of what happened. Let's see. Let's see. That's the thing. That's the thing, though. You sometimes are making it about yourself instead of understanding what slash why. Well then, right this, I was just happy that I actually got someone's attention, in person. I know. Well, I think she's gone now, but to be perfectly honest, I keep trying to communicate with her like face to face. Not really face to face, but I tried to call her many times, but the app, the X app, is shit when it comes to that. And since she lives over on the other side of my state, it would be frankly impossible to do so in one day. Go over there, drive back, especially with nowadays. Yeah, that's true. But have you ever had problems with females in the past? Any suggestions? I do better with females when it's face to face. Over phone, or at least over text, it never really goes well because there's no tone of voice. Hmm. So somebody almost ran you over? Was with her for almost 2 years. Ooh, do tell about that. How did that happen? How in hell did that happen? Let's see. So basically, like a now ex-girlfriend almost ran you over? She thought you were cheating on her. Let me guess, she had no proof other than the fact you were home a few minutes late and that you were very coy about where you were. I've heard this before. They accuse you of cheating on her. They accuse you, like you in general, like anyway. They accuse their spouse of cheating on them with no actual proof because they're paranoia, or they've been listening to all this drama on Instagram or Facebook, or they watch these soap operas where they think that that's their life and that the drama in the show is the drama in their life, even though they have nothing to do with each other. You were working out? Not talking to anyone, drinking my prime drinks, and living. No, so she thought you were spying on the hot toddies over on the other side, right? Because some of the females at the gym, they are only there wearing their skimpy outfits just so people can look at them, just so then they can whip out their phone and do a quick TikTok of it. But yes, I think one of the main reasons why females do that, accuse their man of cheating on them, is because of all the drama from the media, the TV, and on social media. There's actually a thing I did look up. It's right about here. And it's not that scientific, but I think it is probably something you should look into. Yeah, most people should look into right here. I'm going to read it verbatim. While watching petty drama shows might not directly cause paranoia, it could potentially contribute to feelings of anxiety or unease in susceptible individuals, expecting if they deeply especially if they deeply immerse themselves in the show's negative storylines, consistently imagining similar situations happening in their own lives. Essentially, it can trigger a what if mentality, which could be considered a form of mild paranoia. See? That's why I don't like watching drama shows. Why? It's because they do nothing but fill you with drama. That and what happens on the show, some people interpret that as saying, that could be my life. Maybe it is my life. Maybe the person I've been with for 40 fucking years is not the person I've been with. Because they watch shows like Knots Landing or whatever these drama shows where it's nothing but drama, 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 drama. And I know I might get shit for this, but it's true that females are very emotional. That and I can admit I can be paranoid at times too. I can be paranoid at times. It's because of what happened during COVID. I was so paranoid by that, and I'm also paranoid about social media because I don't know if the person I'm talking to is real. Mm. Did you sue her? Or at least have a restraining order against that individual? Well, that's why I know it's not really a good excuse, but that's why I am choosing my options. I'm having options right now. That's why I basically flirted with that other woman because I had to have my options. What's the old saying? Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Something to fall back on. It's not. I'm not like with Bonnie Five. In the difference of Bonnie Five, he had Fema Lou and somebody else at the same time. I'm not doing that. Okay. Wouldn't you do the same thing? You know, going through the motions and seeing which one sticks. That's not bad. Is it bad if a man goes on multiple dates with other women throughout the week? No, because one of them might just leave one day, or the other one would be revealed that she is a crazy woman that would ram right through your garage door to trying to kill you. That's what happened to you. Because this stuff does happen. Mm. So another thing that I think I should talk about is stuff that I just don't really understand. Okay, that and stuff I am really getting tired of. I'm tired of meaningless headlines in the media. You've heard of this, right? Just a fluff piece, just for fluff. Like that, like that woman that laid like 1,000 men. I'm tired of hearing stuff like that. Okay. I'm getting tired of the word climate change constantly being used. I'm getting sick and tired of people wearing shorts in 20-degree weather. But I got another notification. Uh, Another thing I'm really getting tired of is probably people panicking over minor stuff. For example, there are people in the media that are saying that they are literally shaking about Trump said this, Trump said that, even though it's meaningless and pointless. I'm getting tired of women's fashion. It just looks a bit weird nowadays. Hell, I'm getting tired of men's fashion too. Modern fashion. I just don't understand it. Another thing I'm getting tired of is people caring what senators have to say nowadays because it's all just rubbish. Don't you agree? Anything coming from Elizabeth Warren's mouth is gobbledygook. So yeah, John, if you are still here, what are you getting sick and tired of? Because I have many things I'm getting sick and tired of. I'm getting sick and tired of petty drama. Okay, I'm getting sick and tired of that. Taxes, yeah, taxes are very redundant. But this goes back to what I was going to say earlier about why should we care what people are saying about Trump nowadays? For example, the media and the left wing political party of the Democrat Party, okay, they are still using 2015 tactics. You know, Trump said the F bomb, Trump said bullshit, Trump said this, Trump said that. No one really cares anymore, do they? No one really cares. No one is buying this nonsense anymore, okay? That, and I'm getting sick and tired of people saying January 6th this, January 6th that, blah, 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 blah. Even though it has been pointed out that it was not an insurrection because no one was charged with insurrection. How could it be an insurrection if not one person was officially charged with it? That, and while I was watching the Senate stuff for Trump's nominees, they kept on saying about how brave cops were brutalized by Xenophiles. But then you watch the video of what actually happened, and it was pretty tame. You know, just people walking in, walking out, taking selfies, and some of the police were actually installing them two places. So, I think it's pretty hypocritical when the senators a ask Tulsi Gabbard if she's worthy enough or if she's loyal enough to her nation. Think about it. These senators that have never even worn combat boots before are not suggesting that Tulsi Gabbard is not loyal to her country, even though I think she was in the army, right? She was a enlisted person. She enlisted. That really says a lot about our great or brave politicians, huh? If you served in the army, they would still accuse you of not loving your country long enough or not being loyal to it. Meanwhile, they would gladly take bribes from other politicians, news media, and big corporations. Monthly see, monthly do, I think. No, I know. I think that was another analogy. Pat calling the kettle black? Well, this thing is drawing on long enough. I know I made somebody mad, even though I wasn't trying to. But if there's nothing else to say from my end, does anyone else have any final regards for this live stream? I keep trying to do these at least once a week, but in the end, like 10 minutes in, I'm already out of ideas. I know, maybe I should do a live stream outside and see how that goes. Hmm. Yes, because this is getting stale, talking in this area over and over again about some mundane nonsense or some serious event that happened, and then I'm just drolling on talking nonsense. So, yes, next time I'm going to do that. Hold up. Next time, I think I'm going to do a live stream maybe on my phone. Okay, how about that? That would be good. And maybe soon I can do more campaigning for my, for my mayorship. Because there's not much to campaign about right now, because I can only really do videos about cleaning up America when it is okay to do so due to the extreme weather. Right now, we are getting at least 25 miles per hour, so it's not really that good. So, yep, this live stream was a bust, like most of them recently. But don't worry, I will do something else. I will do a live stream outside one day, if I can. That, or I might just continue doing my regular videos and save these live streams for special occasions, okay? As I know, this was pretty boring. I know it was mundane, but I will get better. And I know that we'll meet again some sunny day.